Hello, I'm audio. Um, yeah, so I have to see what I was doing a little bit. That's not really the case. I'm recording this after I have recorded the video for the first time in Daiteikoku. They've all been live before this one, but it was a small mishap. Plus 72% on laser. I didn't realize she had that much power. I realized looking at it again later that she doesn't really have that many command points, so it's not super useful. Because you're only going to be able to give her, like, what, one good laser ship, if that? But, I mean, it's still pretty large. I think her second bonus was also laser damage, so it's pretty interesting. I didn't know that about that character. I don't really know anything about the other mercenary either, to be honest. So, there's that. They're both kind of new to me. There are a couple commanders, admirals in this game that will be new to me, which is also fine. I have no problem with that. I don't attack Indo Curry in this part. I do it later because I wanted to wait. I had to move my guys from there to closer. I don't remember the name. There to closer. That's what I had to do. So that's what I did. So in the next part, most likely I'll be attacking Indo Curry, and it's got a lot of shit there, actually. I didn't say it while I was looking at the map or the scout, but Indo Curry has a lot of units, and it's not necessarily easy. This is something that happens when you start moving a little faster in this game. I feel like I'm moving faster than the developers intended for me to move. I don't know if that's true, but that's how I feel. And you run into places like Indo Curry that have a lot of enemy units, and you may have enough admirals to fight them, but you don't necessarily have the firepower to clean them all out in 2 to 3 turns that you're given. So you start to miss out on bonus stuff and whatever. I'll do my best to get all of it, but I may still miss out on some of the bonus rewards simply because I'm moving kind of fast. And again, that's in my opinion. And right now I'm giving this girl some stand-in ships. I intend to make both of these admirals useful. Well, maybe not her. I don't know how I feel about the mercenary. She might see some use, but they're both probably going to be defensive. Rain Girl, she is going to... I'm going to use her. I want to use her because I haven't before. I want to build her as like a tanky kind of unit, so I want to give her lots of health, so that way she can just, you know, stand and like defend really super well. But you don't necessarily have to do that. Like, you don't have to give her a lot of health because she's already penalizing the enemy's attack power severely. So, you know, I mean, you can look at her in a couple of different ways. It kind of comes down to your outlook on things, on how it works. Like, you can make her super tanky and then she is literally unkillable because nothing will have the firepower to go through her 50% reduction and her health pool. That's true. You can look at it like, well, I don't need to give her a lot of health because she has the 50% reduction. You can give her a shitload of firepower because you know that if she's given a ton of firepower, she will without a doubt be higher than the enemy. Or you can give her almost none and intend for her to be the focal point of attacks. She would work well with the spotted seal ship if you gave her lots of health. Right? She would ensure victory for her team if you built it around that. And I mean, that's clever. Maybe it's a little too indirect for me, and it might not be something I'm willing to do, but, you know. I mean, I don't even know if that would be good. It's just something that crossed my mind, right? So, forgive me if it's bad. And I spent a long time at the conversation phase, or whatever you want to call it, because if you guys have any like preferences for who I should talk to, you can let me know. I'm definitely going to be able to respond to what you say, because I'm uploading as I record it, which is how I like to do it, I suppose. So if I die, well, you're not going to get any more videos. If I, you know, whatever happens. I mention that because I don't have a lot of preference. Ultimately, like in Sengoku Rants, when I was recording that, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I was pretty rigid. Didn't want to change from what I was doing because, you know, I know best, obviously. That's how I look at it when I'm doing stuff that I have a lot of experience with. And it makes me look like an ass most of the time. But I had a very clear thing in mind with what I wanted to do with Sengoku Rants. That's not true with Daiteikoku. I know the route, that's about it. I'm willing to, you know, I'm pretty fluid. I'll do some stuff. if it's mentioned and I'm interested. Though, on that topic, before I detract completely from this scene, I think it's rather long, actually, so I can keep going. Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to talk over the scene. When that beacon comes up to come save somebody across the universe, don't count on that getting done. I may have mentioned that before. I hate those kinds of things. I don't like being timed. I really despise that in games. I'm trying to give you an example. I play a lot of, well, I used to play a lot of Shogun 2, Total War, right? The Total War games are all timed. Their whole campaign is timed. That's how they operate. I really don't like that. It almost bothers me enough to not enjoy it, but those games are kind of exceptions because I've become good enough at them. I can do everything that I would ever want to do within the time limit. When I was first new to the game, though, it really hindered me. I guess that's the best example I have to give. I just don't like time limits, unless it's like I don't know, like a holdout kind of thing, I guess. But like having to blaze through all of this stuff, it disrupts my pace. Like I live at my own pace. I play games at a very slow pace usually. If I try to speed through stuff, I'm already reckless and terrible about things. You know what I mean? So if I'm trying to speed through things, then it gets much worse. And it's just a bad experience for me. I don't like it. So don't count on the distress beacon being answered at all. That's what I'm trying to say here. Anyway, back to this scene. I guess I can talk about it a little bit. They're trying to attack Moscow, and if you know anything about real-life World War II, Germany did not get to Moscow. They did not... Well, I guess they came kind of close. But they did not get to Moscow, and Dokutsu won't either. So that's how that goes. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about this scene. At all, really. They get attacked by a space monster, ultimately, so they get driven off because of that. In real life, it was the corpses of 1 million Russians that withheld the German advance. So many Russians died in World War II. Easily the highest death count in the war. Thought I'd put that out there. Really, they didn't even have any tactically well-done battles, I don't think. They outnumbered everybody in every battle, and their casualties were higher in every battle. It was just bad for Russia. Russia lost a tremendous amount of civilians, too, which is kind of weird. I'll talk more about that later, probably. Of course, this is the best time to do it, I guess. I mean... I don't feel like talking about history, though. I just don't feel like it at all in this part, so... Fuck it, right? Anyway, then it goes to Raitia and Gracia. They're inside of this office that is in every country in this game. Japan has it, America has it, now Dokutsu has it, Ares has it, UHOS probably doesn't have it, they're too snowy. Too snowy there. Yeah, this, I don't know about this scene coming up. I don't remember this scene from anything, but I may have gotten it in previous playthroughs. It's not a really important scene or anything, so it may not show up. But I didn't give Raitia 3,000 resources, right? I didn't give that to her, so I didn't send Dokutsu aid. That's what it is. That's what the option is called. I've done that every other time I played the game, except in this recording. So I don't know if this scene comes up because of that, or if it just happens anyway. I've completely forgotten, and I just don't know. So, you know, putting that out there, it's not really important. Like I said before, it's kind of a minor scene. I don't know why I recorded it for so long. I might have been talking about something interesting. Might have been talking about something interesting, unlike right now. Anyway, it's just a scene about Raitia getting screwed over by people she trusts, inadvertently. They don't mean her ill will, it just happens, which, well, I guess that would be acceptable. It's equivalent to people making mistakes, and everyone makes mistakes, so you just gotta let it go. Even if it costs you your entire country and a large portion of the universe, you just gotta let it go. Unfortunate. But yeah, so, I mean, I guess I'll talk a little bit more about Indo Curry. I got the resources for that girl I looked at the wiki because I wasn't positive. I always forget her name, Cleone. I thought it was 15k, it's only 10k, so if you get 10,000 resources, you can go and recruit her. I think you need to annihilate her fleet, not positive about that, so don't quote me there. Anyway, I do know that you need the money for her to recruit her, and you get it back. I'll talk more about that later on, when I actually have her, so that's whatever. And I also had in the conversation phase, I didn't talk about it then, but I guess I may as well bring it up now. I had a lot of events focused on money. I can pay 10,000 to reduce tech cost. Again, I could have sent 3,000 to Dokutsu. I already said I wasn't going to do that. I think I could buy a yacht. I've never done that event. I have no idea what that entails. Absolutely no idea. If anyone knows, I'd like to know. So I guess let me know in the comments. I'd imagine it's something akin to like Prince Shu's boat. You just get a golden ship and then you sell it for less than it cost you originally, so you just shouldn't do it. I have no idea. So, it's whatever. Like I said, let me know. Oh, there's no more fighting in this part either, by the way. It's all dialogue. Does that make you happy? I promise to fight in the next part. Probably. Something that I will be doing, though, you may have noticed that I'm not buying ships a lot, and that's because I'm trying to wait for the next phase of technology to come up. It's based on territories possessed, I think. I'm not positive about that, but I'm trying to trigger that, you know what I mean? Now, if you played the game, you know that technology comes in phases, and you get basically the exact same ships I have now, but better versions of them. And I think they cost the same command points. So it's pointless to do it now if I'm so close to getting a new tech upgrade. I don't know if I am. And there's this. This doesn't really count as a fight. I mean, I guess. And like I said, I'll be using Femu for, you know, defend, but this doesn't count. I'm not going to have her sit here against the scout fleet forever. Ideally, she's going to move around. She'll defend against the UHOS, some tougher American fleets, I think, once I get involved with them. I won't leave her sitting in Japan for the whole playthrough, but she'll be there for a while, maybe upwards of 10 to 20 turns, so don't hold your breath right away. She's not going to be seeing too much action at the start. And then there's this scene with Keiko, I think her name is, yeah, Keiko. I don't really remember any of her scenes. So, she's married though, I remember that. She's married, and she just flirts with Togo for fun, I guess. They're both being bros. So, I haven't done any of her events. I have no idea what you need to do for her events. I'd imagine you can get her husband to die somehow, and that would make it so that she's open to H scenes. I don't know if that's true. So, that's how that goes. Nothing else to say there, though, so... Yeah, and I'm pretty sure this scene just came up because I ran out of other stuff to do. Which, whatever. That's about it for this part. There's a little bit more. I think I just talked about strategizing and stuff. So I guess I'll see you in the next part, ultimately. I don't have anything else to say.
報告しますね。聖域情報を表示します。移動させる提督を選んでください。